Apple and Foxconn are reshaping the global tech landscape, but can their ambitious plans to conquer new markets succeed? Discover the intricate dance between these tech giants as they navigate complex geopolitical landscapes and market dynamics. Stay tuned as we unravel the threads of this compelling story. The growth and development of both Apple and Foxconn can be attributed to their interdependence. Apple relies on Foxconn for product assembly, while Foxconn relies on Apple's orders. However, their true success story lies in their engagement with the mainland market, featuring the presence of an SP park. Within mainland China, Foxconn has found essential support infrastructure and access to abundant low-cost labor. This has not only streamlined Apple's product manufacturing, but also opened up a vast market. Nevertheless, both companies are currently hastening their relocation plans, determined to move away from their existing setups. Despite Apple's status as a global smartphone giant, Tim Cook acknowledges the vital role that mainland China plays in its operations. During a recent visit to Luxshare Precision, Cook reiterated that a substantial 95% of Apple's products are produced, manufactured, and assembled within mainland China. Additionally, in previous interviews, Cook publicly affirmed that China has never targeted Apple and has no plans to do so in the future. Yet, concerns remain for Cook due to Apple's U.S. origins. The United States has imposed multiple rounds of sanctions in recent years, presenting significant challenges to Chinese firms like Huawei. Consequently, Cook actively advocates for supply chain diversification and contingency measures. Driven by Apple's vigorous initiatives, the three primary assembly giants, including Foxconn and Pegatron, wholeheartedly embrace the prospect of investing in and establishing production facilities in India. Among them, Foxconn led the charge by being the first to establish a manufacturing plant in India, a move that also entailed divesting its mainland factory to Luxshare Precision. Consequently, Foxconn became the pioneer in exploring the Indian market. The workforce quality in India was notably lower, leading to various challenges such as conflicts, property damage, and factory fires. Initially, Foxconn was constrained to engage in the assembly of lower-tier iPhone versions, resulting in modest profits. Later, a dispute arose between Foxconn and the Indian Tata Group concerning their collaboration, ultimately prompting Foxconn's exit from the Indian market and its subsequent acquisition by other entities. In contrast to Foxconn, Wistron entered the Indian manufacturing scene at a later juncture, offering its own perspective on the Indian market. Nevertheless, Foxconn's substantial scale and robust resilience allowed it to promptly revert orders to its mainland factory without causing any disruptions to Apple, despite the tribulations it encountered while establishing production facilities in India. Despite these challenges, Foxconn remains committed, buoyed by its substantial financial backing from Apple. Apple remains steadfast in its strategy to expand its operations overseas. According to a recent report in the Wall Street Journal, Apple is poised to further augment its production capacity in India over the next 2 to 3 years. The company's ambitious plan includes the manufacture of 50 million iPhones annually in India, with the potential to increase this figure by tens of millions. If Apple succeeds in this endeavor, India is projected to account for a quarter of the world's total iPhone production capacity by the year 2030. To facilitate this expansion, Foxconn is actively increasing its investments and constructing new facilities in India. In the current year, Foxconn has already expanded its investments in India on 2 occasions. Presently, Foxconn is in the process of erecting a substantial assembly plant in southern India, with operations expected to commence in April of the following year. This state-of-the-art facility is anticipated to produce 20 million iPhones annually within the next 2 to 3 years. Additionally, Foxconn has further plans for the establishment of another large-scale factory in India. Given these developments, it comes as no surprise that reports indicate Foxconn's intentions to shift approximately $300 billion worth of production capacity from the mainland to India over the next 2 to 3 years. Sources familiar with the matter suggest that Apple has been actively engaged in discussions with assembly plants in India, leveraging the capabilities of Indian facilities, including those operated by Foxconn, Pegatron, and India's Tata. Apple aims to introduce new, competitively priced iPhone models, thereby expediting the production process. Up until now, Apple's new product introduction, NPI process for iPhones has been exclusively conducted in mainland China. However, it is worth noting that Apple is currently exploring the option of importing NPI procedures to India. This move underscores Apple's eagerness to accelerate production capacity in India and reduce its reliance on mainland China. For Foxconn to maintain its close association with Apple, it is imperative for them to actively collaborate with Apple and assume a pioneering role in the relocation efforts. In this context, some international media outlets have unequivocally stated that both Apple and Foxconn have committed to shifting their operations. This assertion is not mere sensationalism. It is apparent that many individuals working at Foxconn and residing in the vicinity of its factories have sensed a perceptible shift in Foxconn's focus towards India. Presently, employees at Foxconn are no longer required to work excessive overtime as they did previously, as a substantial portion of orders has been redirected to factories in India. Consequently, the bustling scenes once witnessed near Foxconn factories have taken on a more somber tone. Given that Apple's overall production capacity is constrained, the expansion of Indian production will inevitably have a direct impact on the production capacity of mainland factories. In the midst of these developments, Foxconn has come under scrutiny by mainland authorities, potentially viewed as a setback. Apple, on the other hand, is steadfast in its commitment to retaining the vital mainland sales market. Even in the event of production capacity being shifted to India, the mainland is poised to remain the world's leading iPhone producer for at least the next decade, an irreplaceable position. The evolving partnership between Apple and Foxconn highlights the dynamic nature of the global tech industry. Their strategic maneuvers, particularly the shift towards India, underscore a significant realignment in the production and supply chain landscape. While challenges abound, including cultural, logistical, and operational hurdles, the potential rewards are immense. This shift not only represents a diversification strategy in response to geopolitical pressures, but also signifies a new era of global tech production. Apple's ambitious goals and Foxconn's resilient adaptability serve as a testament to their foresight and agility in an ever-changing world. As they continue to adapt and expand, the impact of their decisions will resonate far beyond their own corporate spheres, influencing the global tech market and the economies of the countries they operate in. The story of Apple and Foxconn is far from over. It is a narrative of innovation, resilience, and strategic vision in the face of global challenges. What impact do you anticipate this major shift in Apple and Foxconn's operations will have on the economies of India and China, as well as on the global supply chain? Feel free to share your thoughts and perspectives in the comments section below. Don't forget to become a part of the Revel Discovery community by hitting that subscribe button to stay informed about the latest technological advancements and innovations. Remember, as we delve into the realm of technology, the possibilities are limitless, and the future is filled with exciting discoveries. Keep exploring.